Let's move on to talk about Twitter. Just between me and 12,000 people, why did you give Elon Musk $500 million to invest in Twitter?
So there's so many different reasons, and many of the very strong reasons. Number one, we want to be extremely supportive of free speech. We want to, as a business, we're helping to increase the freedom of money. And free speech comes before freedom of money, so we need to help maintain free speech. And
which you felt was constricted?
No, but Twitter is the global town square. That's where people voice their opinions. That's where crypto Twitter is, crypto guys community is. That's where politicians go. So it's an important free speech platform.
Back in October 2022, it was found that CZ, the CEO of Binance, wired $500 million to Elon Musk to back his Twitter takeover. During this interview in Lisbon during a web summit, CZ explains why he took that decision. Here's the rest of this conversation.
So that's the number one reason. Number two is I'm a heavy Twitter user. I use the Twitter app more than I use the Binance app. I don't trade, so I just store my crypto on Binance, and then I use Twitter a lot more. So I want to invest in products that's important for our industry. Elon Musk is a very strong entrepreneur. Would love to support him. So there's a myriad of reasons that Twitter is a very good investment, I think.
So do you see this as a bit like, you used to get very wealthy people investing in newspapers, for example? It's the sort of modern media baron. Is that what you're...
The interviewer asks a very interesting question to CZ. She wants to know if this move can be compared to wealthy people buying off media outlets. And I believe that is definitely a fair assumption. Sending this much money to one of, if not the biggest online platform for social media, it can definitely be seen as that kind of power move.
No, I don't think so. I think both Elon Musk and myself are heavy Twitter users. He's a little bit heavier than I am. So, it's a platform that's very important to us. Twitter always was a community voice platform. Little guys like us have our followers. We can correct news that's inaccurate. We can have our voice out there. It's a very important platform for the community. So this is very different from owning a newspaper, which we also look at Forbes, but that deal is not going very far right now. But we're very happy to be able to participate in Twitter.
Now, CZ's answer makes sense. There's definitely a lot of crypto users on Twitter, crypto Twitter as we call it. But he does confirm that he is kind of going after news outlets, because he just said that he tried to get a deal with Forbes as well, which didn't work out, but he still tried. The next topic of this conversation is the paid blue tick that Elon Musk introduced for the price of $8 a month. While this feature was eventually discontinued, here's the question that was asked, followed by CZ's answer.
It's funny you mentioned Elon Musk tweeting. He's just tweeted and said that people will have to pay $8 for their blue ticks going forward. Tell us, what else does he plan to do with the business? What's going on inside that Twitter war room at the moment?
Elon Musk is probably a pretty hard guy for me to predict.
But he must share. I mean, you've given him quite a lot of cash.
Yes, but we're I'm not the CEO of Twitter, so we're the investor in Twitter, but I'm not running it. So we actually rely on Elon to run it, which is great. So he has different ideas. I learned about the $8 thing. I heard about the blue tick thing for a while, but the $8 thing I learned at the same time as you did, which is only like 20 minutes ago. So, but we're supportive of that. I think that's a great idea. Anything that can reduce the bots on Twitter, that's fantastic. We're very supportive. So also the fact that now you can see the speed of change in Twitter is much faster now. Before, last year, I don't know how many new features. I didn't see that many new features on Twitter. I fully expect that with Elon in charge, the speed of new features rolling out will be much, much faster. Not all of them will stick. I would actually say probably majority of them will probably not stick. But that's how you figure out the rest of the 10% of the features that will stick. So by just trying a lot of new features.
Were you surprised the deal went through? I mean, I've spent an awful lot of time over the last few months reporting on this sort of wriggling out that Elon Musk's been trying to do.
Honestly, I was a little bit surprised because this is the thing it's very hard to predict what Elon will do next. Yeah, so the deal was on, the deal was off, the deal was on. So, but it's okay. We're committed on our support.
Were you surprised that he tried to wriggle out of the deal? I mean, watching that as an investor must have been quite confusing. He wanted your money, then he didn't.
No, actually, it wasn't that confusing. For me, large deals like this, there's so many different factors involved. I'm not directly involved in what he's thinking, what he's doing. But in large deals, there's so many different little things that could go one way or another, negotiations, change of minds, stuff like that. Very, very normal. When we invest in a deal, we're very comfortable if the deal goes through. We're very comfortable if the deal doesn't go through. We're okay both ways. We always want to get to a point where we're in that position. Yeah.
Do you expect to see a return on your investment? And if so, how quickly?
We're very long-term investors. So we anticipate to be involved in the next 10, 50, 100 years. So we're not bothered by short-term. This month the price dropped a bit. Next month the price rose a bit. We don't care about that. We care about long-term potential for the platform. So I do think that Twitter plus Elon is independently they all have a lot of potential, but combined there's such high potential. 10, 20 years from now, we're very confident that this will be a very much stronger platform than Twitter is today. There's a lot of room to grow.
Oh, well, Suzy, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us at Web Summit here this evening.
Guys.
Thank you very much, everyone.
It becomes quite clearer what Suzy's intention is with this investment. He's expecting returns over 10, 50, or 100 years, he says. It is an undeniable fact that Twitter is the biggest platform where crypto users communicate. Twitter is even more relevant for NFT traders. So besides the freedom of speech argument, it definitely makes sense why CZ would want to be involved in Twitter this much. As always, if you've enjoyed this content, if you've learned something, please smash that like button for me and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me a lot, so I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.